If you are over 60 years old and have always thought that walking is the best exercise you can do for your body, I want to ask you to stop for a moment and listen carefully to what I am about to share, because what you are going to hear in the next few minutes can completely change the way you think about your health, your strength, your energy, and even about how many more years you will live with independence. For years, we were told that walking was the safest, smartest, and most effective activity to stay active with age. And although walking is still good, the most recent studies and the experience of thousands of older people show that there is only one exercise that is even more powerful than walking for people over 60. And the vast majority of older adults are not doing it. The truth, though it may sound bold, is that this movement can rebuild your muscles, protect your joints, improve your balance, strengthen your heart, sharpen your mind, and dramatically reduce the risk of falls, disability, and even premature death. And best of all, you don't need a gym, you don't need expensive equipment, and you don't need to be in good physical shape to start. You only need a few minutes a day and the right guidance, which I will give you today. Welcome to this space, my friend. If this is your first time visiting us, this is your home for simple, real, and science-backed health and wellness tips designed to live with strength, energy, and independence after age 50. And if you are already part of this community, I sincerely thank you for being here with me again. The topic we are going to discuss today is one of the most important for aging well, and I strongly recommend that you watch this video until the end, because not only will I reveal to you what that exercise is, that is better than walking for people over 60, but I will also show you exactly how to do it safely, how often to practice it, and how to include it in your daily routine, even if you have knee pain, back problems, or low energy. Now, let me ask you a question with all honesty. Do you ever feel that no matter how much you walk, your legs still feel weak, your balance feels unstable, and your endurance is not what it used to be? You are not alone in this. Millions of older people walk every day, and yet they continue to lose muscle, suffer from poor posture, joint pain, and constant fatigue. The reason is simple. Walking is a forward movement that almost always works the same limited group of muscles and does very little to stop age-related muscle loss, medically known as sarcopenia. After age 60, we lose muscle faster than we can rebuild it if we don't actively challenge our body. And muscle is not just about looking strong. Muscle is life. Muscle protects your joints, keeps your blood sugar stable, supports your bones, and allows you to move, react, and live independently. Here's something very few people know. The factor that best predicts whether you will be able to live independently at age 70, age 80, and beyond is not how much you weigh, it's not your cholesterol level, and it's not even how many steps you walk per day. It's how strong your legs are, how stable your balance is, and how quickly you can go from sitting to standing. And that leads us to the exercise that is better than walking for people over 60. That exercise is the simple, powerful, and truly transformative movement known as the chair squat. Yes, you heard correctly. Standing up and sitting down in a chair done correctly is one of the most powerful exercises that exist for older people in the world. It may seem simple, but it activates the largest muscle groups in your body, including your thighs, hips, glutes, abdomen, and lower back. These are exactly the same muscles you need to walk, climb stairs, get out of bed, carry grocery bags, and prevent falls. Unlike walking, which becomes easier over time, the chair squat continues to challenge your body in a safe and controlled way, building real strength instead of simply maintaining movement. Let me paint you a picture. Every time you stand up from a chair, you are lifting almost your entire body weight against gravity. That is real strength training. Walking, in contrast, only supports a fraction of your body weight with each step because one foot is always on the ground. That's why someone can walk every day and still have difficulty getting up from a low chair. It's not because they are lazy, it's because walking alone doesn't train the muscles in the way that daily life truly demands. Now, before you worry and think, I'm too old for this, or my knees won't hold up, let me reassure you. The chair squat is one of the safest exercises there is when done correctly. In fact, Physical therapists around the world use it as a foundational movement for rehabilitation, fall prevention, and long term mobility. You control the depth, you control the speed, and you always have the chair behind you as support. This exercise adapts exactly to where your body is today. Here's how to do it safely. Sit on the edge of a firm, stable chair with your feet completely flat on the floor, shoulder width apart. Keep your chest up, shoulders relaxed, and gaze forward. Lean slightly forward from your hips. Push through your heels and stand up slowly. Don't rush. At the top, keep your body upright without locking your knees completely. Then, bend your hips and knees with control and lower yourself slowly until you gently touch the chair again. That is one complete repetition. If you need to, at first you can gently rest your hands on the chair arms, and as you gain strength, you can cross your arms over your chest. Now, let me tell you something very revealing. Studies show that older people who can do more sit to stand repetitions in 30 seconds live longer, fall less frequently, and maintain more independence than those who cannot. This simple movement more accurately reflects your biological age than many medical tests. That's how important this exercise is, but the benefits don't stop at your legs. When you practice this movement regularly, your heart works harder, your circulation improves, oxygen delivery to your body increases, and your metabolism becomes more efficient. This means better endurance, better energy, and better overall cardiovascular health, more than walking alone can offer. You are not just strengthening your muscles, you are strengthening your entire organism. And here's something even more interesting. When you challenge your muscles, your body releases powerful substances called myokines. These act like tiny messengers that travel through your blood and help reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, support brain health, and even protect you against certain chronic diseases. Walking produces some of these benefits, but resistance movements like the chair squat generate a much stronger response. Let's also talk about balance. Falls are one of the biggest threats to independence after age 60. A single fall can change your life forever. The chair squat trains your balance, coordination, and your ability to stabilize your body in real life situations. Each time you stand up and sit down slowly and with control, your nervous system learns to keep you stable. This is exactly what you need to prevent dangerous falls. Now, you might be asking yourself, how often should I do this exercise, and with how many repetitions should I start? The answer is simple and flexible. Start with what you can safely and comfortably manage. For some people, that might be 5 repetitions. For others, it might be 10 or even 15. The goal is to feel your muscles working without feeling joint pain. Do it once a day or at least 3 to 4 times a week. Over time, as your strength improves, you can increase the repetitions or make the movement slower to make it more challenging. And let me tell you something deeply encouraging. I have seen people age 70 and even 80 who could barely get up from a chair without using both hands. And in just a few weeks of consistently practicing this movement, they began to stand up smoothly, walk with more confidence, and feel younger in their own bodies than they had felt in years. This is not about becoming an athlete, it's about protecting your freedom. Of course, walking still has its place. It's wonderful for mental health, circulation, and gentle cardiovascular conditioning. But if walking is the only exercise you do, you are missing the most important piece of the aging puzzle. And that piece is strength. Without strength, movement becomes more difficult. Without strength, balance weakens. Without strength, independence fades. And that's why this simple exercise is better than just walking for people over 60. Now, let's be very clear and responsible here. If you have severe joint pain, recent surgery, or any serious medical condition, always consult your doctor or physical therapist first before starting any new exercise routine. Your safety always comes first. Never force the movement if you feel sharp pain. Mild muscle fatigue is normal, but pain is not. As we progress in this video, I will show you how to make this exercise even more powerful with small variations you can do at home, how to combine it with walking to get maximum results, and how just 5 minutes a day can completely change the way your body feels in the next 30 days. And that is something you won't want to miss. Before we continue, if this information is already helping you, please take a second right now to like this video, because that really helps this channel reach more people who need this message. And if you want more simple and transformative health and wellness tips for aging with strength, make sure to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Now take a deep breath with me, relax your shoulders, and remember this: your age does not define your strength. Your past does not limit your future, and your body is still capable of incredible improvements when you give it the right movement, the right consistency, and the right belief. Now let's delve a little deeper, because I want you to fully understand why this simple chair movement is so powerful and how it can truly transform the way your body feels day after day. You see, after age 60, your body changes in very specific ways. Hormone levels gradually decline, nerve signals become a bit slower, and muscle fibers begin to shrink if they are not challenged. This is not a failure of your body, this is simply biology. But here's the beautiful truth that almost no one tells you: your body still responds to strength with the same power at ages 60, 70, and even 80, just like when you were young. It might respond a little slower, but it still responds. And the chair squat speaks directly to this natural rebuilding system. Each time you lower yourself slowly and then push your body back up again, you are sending a powerful signal through your muscles and your brain that says, we still need strength, we still need power, we still need coordination. And your body responds to that signal by rebuilding muscle fibers, strengthening the connection between your nerves and your muscles, and improving the way your joints move together. Walking simply does not send that same strength-building message with enough intensity. I want you to imagine something for a moment. Imagine waking up in the morning and getting out of bed without feeling stiff or unstable. Imagine getting up from a chair without needing to push with your hands. Imagine climbing stairs without having to hold your breath. These are not fantasies. These are the direct effects of building a little more strength in your legs, hips, and core. And this single movement trains all of that at the same time in the most practical way possible. Now let's talk about something very important that almost no one openly mentions, and that is the fear of falling. Many people over 60 limit their movement in silence because they are afraid. Afraid of slipping, afraid of losing balance, afraid of not being able to get up after a fall. And when fear enters the body, movement decreases. When movement decreases, weakness increases. And when weakness increases, the risk of falling actually becomes even greater. It becomes a dangerous cycle. The chair squat breaks that cycle in the safest environment possible. You are practicing exactly the skill your body needs to recover from a low position in a controlled and protected way. And with each repetition, your confidence grows along with your strength. Let me also explain why this exercise is so gentle on your joints when done correctly. When you lower yourself slowly and with control, your muscles absorb most of the load instead of your knees or hips receiving all the impact. This is completely different from activities involving jumps, sharp turns, or strong impact against the ground. You are training strength without generating impact. That is exactly what the joints of an older person need. Now, I know some of you are thinking, that sounds great, but my knees hurt, or my lower back bothers me, or I've been inactive for years. And I want you to know that those concerns are completely valid. Your body has a history, but that history doesn't have to define your future. If your knees are sensitive, simply don't lower yourself so deeply. Just move within the range that feels comfortable. If your back is stiff, keep your chest up and the movement slow. If you've been inactive, start with just 3 or 4 repetitions. The power isn't in doing a lot. The power is in doing it consistently. Consistency is what transforms the body. Not intensity, not perfection, but consistency. 5 minutes a day, done almost every day, will always outperform an intense workout done only once in a while. Your muscles respond better to frequent, gentle reminders that they are still needed. Let's also talk about breathing, because this is another hidden secret to making this exercise even more powerful. As you stand up from the chair, exhale gently through your mouth. As you lower yourself back down, inhale through your nose. This breathing pattern helps stabilize your core, supports your spine, and keeps your blood pressure more balanced during the movement. Now, imagine combining this habit with something you already do every day. For example, you can do your chair squats right before breakfast, or while waiting for water to boil, or during a TV commercial break. When exercise becomes part of your normal routine, instead of something separate you have to remember, it becomes simple. And when it becomes simple, it becomes permanent. There is also a deep emotional benefit to this movement that I want to talk about honestly. As we age, many people gradually feel their world shrinking. Certain activities become too difficult, certain places feel too far away, and slowly, without realizing it, life becomes smaller. Strength reverses this emotional shrinking. When your body feels capable again, your mind opens up again. You feel more eager to go out, meet people, travel, and try new things. Physical strength feeds emotional strength. This connection is real and powerful. Now, let me share a simple way to progress with this exercise after a few weeks. Once your body feels more comfortable, you don't need weights, you don't need machines. Simply slow down the lowering phase. Instead of sitting down normally, lower yourself for a full 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Then stand back up again. This slow lowering creates a powerful stimulus for muscle growth and joint control while remaining very safe. Another gentle progression is to pause for 1 second just above the chair before sitting down. That small pause forces your muscles to work even harder to control your body. Small changes like this generate big improvements over time. Now let's bring walking back, but in the right way. Walking is still wonderful for your heart, your circulation, your mood, and your mental clarity, but walking should complement your strength training, not replace it. Think of walking as nourishment for your heart and the chair squat as nourishment for your muscles and bones. Together, they form a complete and balanced approach to healthy aging. You may already walk every day, and that's wonderful. Simply add this movement before or after your walk, and you will begin to feel the difference in just a few weeks. More stability, more strength in your steps, less fatigue when standing, and more confidence in your own body. Now, I want to take a moment to remind you of something extremely important. You are not broken. You are not fragile. You are not too old. Your body is adaptable. It is intelligent. It wants to heal. It wants to become stronger, but it can only respond to the signals you give it. And this simple daily movement tells your body with total clarity that strength is still needed. Let me speak directly to anyone listening who feels discouraged about their health. Maybe you've tried exercising before and it didn't work. Maybe pain stopped you. Maybe life got in the way. Maybe you simply lost motivation. None of that matters. What matters now is what you decide to do from this moment on, and your next step doesn't have to be big. Your next step can be as simple as getting up from a chair 5 times today with care and intention. Progress doesn't come from dramatic actions. Progress comes from quiet decisions repeated every day. As you continue practicing this movement, you may notice subtle changes before you notice big changes. You might feel a little firmer when walking. You might notice that you no longer hold on to furniture as much. You might feel a little less tired at the end of the day. These are signs that your body is responding. Celebrate these small achievements. They are the foundation of lasting transformation. Now, in the next part of this video, I will show you how to turn this simple exercise into a complete 5-minute daily routine that works your legs, hips, and balance without ever having to get down on the floor. I will also share with you the most common mistake many people make without realizing it, which sabotages their progress, and exactly how to avoid it so you don't waste weeks of effort. But before we get to that, I want to hear from you. In the comments below, tell me your age and if you already include any strength exercises in your routine, or if walking has been your only form of physical activity. I read every comment, and your answers help me guide the next videos for this community. And if this message is resonating with you, if it's giving you hope, if it's helping you see your body in a new way, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and become part of this growing family focused on aging with strength, confidence, and health. And don't forget to gently like this video because every like tells the platform to show this message to more people who truly need it. Take a deep breath again, relax your jaw, lower your shoulders. You are doing better than you think, and it's never too late to become stronger than you were yesterday. We are going to continue building on this in the next part, and I promise you that what comes next will make applying all of this into your daily life even simpler.